Hey yo, what's going on everybody? Suro here. Welcome back to the channel. It is raining in my game and it was kind of like dark and moody and depressing, so I slapped on a filter for you guys, so maybe that brightens it up a little bit. But hello and welcome to the video, and if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, and everybody drop a like down below. I would really appreciate it. But we are going to be checking out some really cool and interesting topics today that I want to discuss with you guys, and I also want your opinions and your just overall ideas on these topics, so make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. But before we dive in there, let's go take a look at Scrooge's shop. Alrighty, let's see. That's not that good. I have that. That would be a nice piece if I didn't actually have that. These always make me think they're like cheese puffs, but I don't think they are. I think they're like berries or something. Yeah, it's a berry bowl, but they totally look like cheese bowls to me. And I think that every time I see it. So nothing good so far. Nothing. What the heck? I did not get a single new item in the shop. That is whack. What the heck? Wow, I like how I said whack, and Scrooge just helped emphasize how I'm feeling right now by trying to whack me with this cane. Perfect timing, Scrooge. All right, let's head over to Reddit and see what everyone's talking about. Alrighty, so the first topic is actually a question that I see asked so much. So I guess I'll ask you guys, what or who do you want to see in the game next? And they said me, and then it's like literally there's so many characters in here I honestly can't even see, and I can't zoom in. But I would say the character I most want to see added in the game, oh man, it changes from like time to time. Like I'm always change my mind. I did see Goofy right here, and I would like to have Max added to the game at some point. I think him and Goofy would have a pretty decent time. Some father-son bonding moments. Cusco or Kronk from Emperor's New Groove would be really awesome. There's Peter Pan over here. I don't know. There's a lot of good choices, and I'd be happy with pretty much anyone, honestly. Okay, here's an interesting topic. It says, I hate Scrooge's store. It's literally the worst part of this game. I've been playing for almost a year and only have 792 of the 1,600 furniture items. Yet, every day when I check the store, I only find 1 or 2 new items I don't already own, and all my Nightthorn chests only give me coins and not furniture pouches. At this rate, I will have to play every single day for 400 plus days to get every item. Why not? Why do they make things so difficult and frustrating? It's a cozy game. In my opinion, it should always err on the side for fun for the player. Rant over. Okay, so, you know, everyone's opinion is definitely valid, and I could definitely see their frustration here. For me, I actually prefer it that way. I like that the game doesn't just give you everything. So like, for example, we have the quest all given to us, right? We can complete them and we're done, and now we have nothing to do, right? Except dream snaps or collecting items and then decorating. So if they made it super easy to get all of the items, not many of us would be sticking around the game after a while, you know? There'd be a long periods where we're just bored of the game, and so we would probably just go play some other game for a couple months until a new update came out. At least this gives you a reason to log on every day. Now, today was like the first day I've like ever not had a new item. Usually you get like 1 or 2 new items a day, and that's okay if you think about it. Like every day you get an extra item or 2 that you just didn't have. 1,600, I mean, that's just because they've added so many items to the game, which not many games have actually done that. Like they've given us a lot of stuff, and I really don't mind that we have to wait. Of course, you could do shop refresh if you wanted. That's something I don't necessarily mess with, just because I do love logging on every single day and checking out what's new in the shop for me. So I don't know. I could see how this would be like a huge turnoff to most people, but for me, I don't mind it. I actually like Scrooge's shop. I like the way it's set up. I actually wish it was expanded, so maybe they just made it an extra floor. Maybe charge me 10 million gold or something crazy like that to upgrade it to get 1 extra level. And I would be fine with that too. Another thing they could just do, once you finish collecting all of the clothing items, you know, that left side of the shop is completely empty. Once you collect all those, allow me to get furniture items to spawn in those spots too. That way I kind of like almost double my chances of getting some newer items. And it's mainly for those late game players that have already been playing the game for months and collected all the clothing items. That's how I view it. That's how I see it. And that's how I think they can correct it. Moving on. Okay, we got Disney over here. Still no Disney partner statue for the 100th anniversary. What is with them not celebrating any of their achievements or accomplishments, all right? The game hit 1 year, nothing. We haven't celebrated the 100th anniversary. And so Disney went over here and made a dress to celebrate for him. This is absolutely beautiful. I find it strange they don't celebrate milestones, not on social media. Yeah, they don't even mention it. If anything, they'll push out something for like the premium shop or some crazy stuff like this. And then the partner statue, where is it? It's funny that Disney brought this up because I was literally thinking about this the other day. I was gonna talk about it because, like, seriously, where's it at? I defended them for a while, and I know in the past I have, because they did say that whenever it is finished, they will release it to the game. But that was like pretty much a year ago, so there's no reason that something as simple as this statue, which is this is just the concept art for it, there's no reason something like this hasn't been finished or worked on yet. Because it'd be one thing if they offered it and they said like, hey, we're gonna make this at some point and give it to you. But the thing was, we met as a community, we met the milestones that they wanted us to meet, and now it's been over a year and we still have no statue. And then there was like some Dreamlight Armor too, like an armor set, which we haven't seen at all either. So I don't know if when they're going to implement this. Maybe they'll add it to free to play. When the game goes free to play, maybe they're going to launch this alongside that. The game could possibly go free to play later on this month, maybe October 27th, or it could be at the end of the year. But the game is supposed to go free to play. Maybe that's going to be something that they add in on there. And it would make sense, you know, as they're launching the game free to play, to have this statue. So yeah, maybe that's what they're doing with it. But I do hope they release it soon. And people have clearly not forgotten that it's supposed to come to the game. All right, so someone is actually posting the codes right here. So there's a lot of codes that if you don't know, and they actually have the full list right here. Someone put in the comment section. So these are all the redemption codes that are in the game. You can put this in your redemption tab to get all these items here. These are for all the Pride shirts right here. You could just type in these, and if you need it, I have other videos on this, or you can just pause this video and type all of these in. We have code Pixel, P-I-X-L. You have the golden potato, which you can actually just go to Scrooge's vault and get the gold potato now. You have all of these right here. Like, there's quite a few codes in the game that they have added, and then you get all of this free stuff. So if you're a new player, definitely come on here and add all of this stuff in there. And it's definitely something that you should definitely do. Okay, so Tinkerbell will be the next character to join the valley. I think Tinkerbell is trapped inside Skull Rock and the orb stones will unlock. Thoughts? Okay, so this isn't official information, obviously. We're over here on Reddit. Do I think Tinkerbell is coming to the game? Yes, in some form. Do I think it's going to be soon? Do I think she's going to be in Skull Rock? I don't know. Possibly. I feel like we would probably get Captain Hook before we get Tinkerbell. Maybe they... So, like, Skull Rock in the movie is pretty much Captain Hook's lair, right? And then I know in one of the films, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and a few others, they go there into Skull Rock and they confront Captain Hook there. So it is possible that that could kickstart Act 2 and then they could be inside there. Tinkerbell, maybe she's like a little companion. That would be super adorable, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what other people said. So they said, I feel like the next season main storyline will definitely feature Skull Rock. It is because they've been featuring and teasing a lot of Skull Rock, especially lately with the whole like Forgotten Quest. But I'm not sure whether it will be Tinkerbell. My guess is Peter Pan is trapped inside and we're probably going to get more villains in that update. So my theory is that Captain Hook trapped Peter Pan inside and the villains in the next storyline are going to be somehow connected. So I could see that. Maybe Captain Hook and Jafar, they're up to no good. We have a lot of people here saying that I'm convinced it's Captain Hook. Captain Hook lives in Skull Rock and not Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell lives in Pixie Hollow and Neverland from her own spin-off movies, remember? So yeah, I could definitely see it more of being Captain Hook is in Skull Rock before Tinkerbell. But maybe they'll add the entire crew, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and Captain Hook all together within the game, especially for Act 2. Throw in Jafar in the mix, maybe Aladdin, Jasmine. That could be Act 2. That could be what we're going to be seeing in Act 2, and I would definitely be here for it. Okay, so this is a beautiful picture. They said, what's this? And their character is like holding or hovering over a snowflake. Now, I got to say, the only person that could possibly make this happen is Elsa. So I'm imagining they have Elsa just outside of the camera right here, and that is what they're using. Now, to be able to get a shot for that, that would be actually pretty impressive, and this would be really cool for a Dream Snaps. And actually, if they submitted this, that would be a really cool Dream Snap. Their character looks really really spooky, really cute. And then the snowflake is perfectly like right here in the middle of the picture. And then the spiral hill with the sun. This is really cool. Now, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but if you look at your character's neck, this skin and some of the other skins leave these like stretch marks, or it's just the fabric that's glitching into your character's skin. I don't know if they're ever going to fix that, but I hope that they do at some point, because it's very noticeable, especially on my character. I see it all the time, and I don't know if they're going to fix that at all. So they said, that is fabulous. Is Elsa just off camera, or? And they said, yes, I felt kind of bad at tricking her. Maybe you could just lock her in right there and then stand in front of her. Things like this are just really a cool way to enhance your Dream Snap pictures. I know some people use like one of the windows, so you get the camera angle behind the window. And then like for me, for my recent picture for Dream Snaps, I actually have my character have the little like spooky skulls. So like this is my this week's Dream Snaps that I just submitted, and you can see the skulls right here that I have from the Haunted Mansion, Oregon. And I think it just makes things look better, makes your Dream Snaps look a lot. It just makes them stand out. So you could try different items and put them down here at the bottom. That way they actually, you get like some cool effects, because the options for the camera are very, very limited. And so if you can get things like the snowflakes, or the sparkles from the Dreamlight tree, this Oregon right here, like there's a lot of different options and stuff that you can add over here in the foreground, or just have it like pretty much outside of the picture but go onto your camera. It's really tricky to get the camera angle right, but I know you guys can do it. Okay, here's another interesting topic. So they said, I think there's plenty of room in the valley. This may be an unpopular opinion, and it's absolutely fine if you disagree, but I'm curious, is there anyone else out there who feels like the valley is more than big enough? I see a lot of people say that everything is really cramped with all the character houses and the premium houses and that they have no room left for anything else. This is kind of confusing to me, because almost all of the biomes are decorated. I have all the characters. I have 5 or 6 of the premium houses, and yet my valley still feels kind of empty. I did remove a lot of trees for lag purposes, but the ones that are left are strategically placed, so it feels woodsy. Okay, so here's my thoughts on it. It really just depends if you're a decorator or not. So for example, is there enough room in all of these biomes for these houses and then some? Absolutely. So here's my plaza, which I've tore down recently. I still haven't built it. But look how many houses I have here in my plaza. So if you're a good decorator, you could definitely decorate this here like really well. And then look, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings / houses in one biome out of, I don't know how many there are, 20 or so. So this right here is a huge chunk. And honestly, you could probably add another one. Like you could add like this house or Buzz's RV, right? So you could go ahead and add it over here, fit this in, decorate it somehow. So I have a lot of houses in one biome, and I still have plenty of places to decorate and do other things. Now, so if you are someone that heavily like decorates, your biome's probably going to look something like this, like my Glade of Trust. So I have almost half of my Glade of Trust, pretty much half of it, filled with just trees and foraging, pathing, like all kinds of stuff that's not necessarily like for a house. And then I have this like furniture piece, the Fountain of Youth right here. So that's not even a house. It takes up a huge chunk. And then you can add all these other things. So I pretty much can't put anything in this biome. I did put the mansion over here, and then I have space for maybe one more house to set up a scene right here. So I think a lot of people that are not complaining, I don't really like the word complaining, but they're expressing that they don't have enough room is because they probably are long-term players and their biomes look more like this and not so much like just empty spaces like this one. Like look at my this place. I have not decorated anything with it, so I can throw houses everywhere all over. You know, I have plenty of space. Look at my Forgotten Lands. But if I was to like strategically decorate and place everything, I still think there's enough room. So I still think there's plenty of room to have like fully decorated biomes and place your houses down. But it definitely makes it a lot trickier. So say I have this Glade of Trust fully decorated and another like really cool item comes in the shop and I want to use it in my Glade of Trust. Well, my Glade of Trust is already kind of full, so I would have to tear down a section and try and build it around that. But if you had bigger biomes or another island or more islands, then you would have a lot more options to place these down. So I think it's more about the limited of options with the biomes, and then like the houses, we really don't know what we're going to get. So like I have this kind of decorated, and so I think that's where the issue comes in. So yeah, there is plenty of room as of right now. I don't think there's an issue that anyone can't fully just decorate and have all their houses down, but I can definitely see how the valley feels a lot smaller when you don't have that many spaces left over. My main problem is like doing dream snaps and stuff, and I need specific items. Like I had this fully decorated at one point, but with dream snaps, I needed to pull like this tree. I had another tree here. I had some pumpkins here. I had candy. I had my mansion here, and I had to move them to other biomes to set up my scene. And of course I could move them back, but I just got lazy about it. So that's my issue. Is I do hope that they add another island at some point, and I think they will, hopefully with Act 2. But I think that's where most people are expressing their concern, is how the valley does feel kind of small because we keep getting bigger and bigger houses. And they do, like, especially with the mansion, we got 2 of them. New character, we're going to have a new character here, probably a new couple characters with the Act 2 update. And places are just going to get kind of full. So I see how it could definitely feel like your valley is getting overcrowded. But I think it looks better being overcrowded than, I guess, just being completely empty and run over. Anyways, that's it for the video. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and concerns down below. I would love to read them. I don't always reply to every single comment, but I do spend most of my day reading through every comment I receive. So if you comment down there, I'll definitely read it over. I hope you guys have a really wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one.